everybody, and welcome to part 6. We're still going. Oh, I've got a lot more energy today, as you can probably see. It's early in the morning there. It's time 7:45, so nice and early in the morning. Time to get suited, get some gear out, wipe all down, flick the kettle on, hot chocolate, loads of fillers on, sanding all day. Right, let's do it. Welcome in. Okay then, so let's get started. I'm going to strengthen this bit up here to start with, because that's moving slightly. Bit low there, so I'm just going to come all the way across it. This will put some strength in, and also obviously when the gel coat's gone on top, that'll be a bit stronger. I'm actually going to cut back this side and do the same that side when we get there, or when we get a chance. I'm doing so many bits at once at the moment, it's hard to keep up with what we're up to. Definitely going to toughen that up. They're quite solid once this thing. The rest of this is nice and solid. It's just here, it's a little bit weak. Right, we'll use the rest of this. Some of these lows. Start getting these built up. So we don't want it there. Mixed bits. These bits come from, but we don't want. You get any unmixed bits like that, where the resin and the hard hasn't mixed properly, pull them out because they won't go off. Start working this whole area. There's a dip there we're basically trying to fill up. It's quite big, so we've got to put quite a bit in there, but we'll keep doing it, we'll get it there. That's what we're doing. We're trying to get rid of the ledge from the edge down to the middle there. So let's get some more in this area. We've got to keep building this area up before we can move on with anything else, so we know where we are. We're definitely going to run out of this quite quickly now, because it's going to absolutely fly down with me filling these areas up. but it's all part of the job. Let's get right in front of you, done, shall we? You know what the height's going to be. Looking forward to this whole area being in the green and all nice and smooth. See a quicker mix just goes in and takes up an area. Starting to get some sort of level, but we're still off a bit. Got to get this area. There's a really big dip in the middle there, and that's being a pain, so I'm going to work on this half only at the moment. Another mix made up. We're getting through our stuff now, but we're also getting the repairs done. Expect this to go green and then back to its normal colour. Starting to get something. This is sort of where I'm working to at the moment, just in this to this middle. Stuff don't last 2 minutes, that's the trouble. Before you know it, you're going for another mix. We try to get it as level as we can. I know one thing that's going to be like concrete to stand on, it's going to be lovely. When we need to, that is. Hopefully we won't need to too often, but starting to get a leveler area. But we ain't nowhere near yet. On to another mix again. You can see how the costs add up very quickly, can't you? Imagine all these materials and then paying a boatyard or somewhere £100 an hour to do the work. Soon get pretty costly. It's definitely better if you can do it yourself or learn to do it yourself. You can literally save thousands. Matey next door's getting excited with his hammer. Right, we're starting to get the level in the middle we need, but we're not right over there still at the moment. Don't want to go too deep while it's all still going off. I know something. This area is going to be nice and tough. Starting to get the height we want in the middle there. Which is cool. Just turning this corner with it as well at the moment, just to reinforce this whole edge. If you remember on the other side there, we had a few weaker spots, so if we had the weaker spots on the boat, then why not make them stronger? Eliminate any future problems. Starting to toughen up. It's gone green, it's now starting to go the other colours. So I'll bring you down for a closer look. There's no easy feat getting this straight. I'm going to have to at some point come and sand this round here and start coming around this corner and build this whole corner up as well. It's slightly low here as well. We're basically trying to get a flat surface right across there. If you remember what we started with, we had some really huge dips and some really huge bulges over the top as well. Doesn't look pretty, but that's not what we're trying to do. We want it looking pretty yet. That's what all this work is for, to make it look pretty in the end. So I'm going to let that set off for a bit. Or do I put another layer over the top? Come and do this corner. I think I might come and do this corner actually. Just to sort of here somewhere, just so this is all starting to build to the same level. So mix number 4, I think gives them. I'm leaving all the mixes in today, so well, at the moment, just so you get an idea of what I do all day. Spend half a day mixing and sanding basically. People do ask if I can see a bit more detail, not speed up so much. So that's what I'm trying to do a little bit. Without making it too boring. I do understand there's people in the background trying to do their boats as well. Hopefully we're helping them out as best we can. Sometimes you get like a pocket of air. If you do, just clear the area, pull it out, leave it, and then grind it once it's gone hard. Keep going on top of this because we're looking for a much higher build here to smooth this all off. Starting to get some shape and some height now, that's good. Put some more on this low. So you can see, I had a few people when I first got it saying, get out there, just use it as it was, but you can see why I didn't. I want it to look really nice and there's lots of things on it that I weren't happy with. But we're coming along quite nicely now, I think. Guess what? Yep, you guessed it, yet another mix. Trying to get rid of these deep holes now. That's the worst one that I can see on the boat at the moment, is this one here I'm doing. It's pretty deep. Well, that was anyway. Not so much now. This is that bit where we had that big huge piece of wood sticking up, which we can't even see anymore. Which is awesome. Yes, it's taken an eternity to just get the front done, but if you want the sort of finish that I do, this is the number one and only way to do it, really. Ooh, unbelievable. It's actually getting really, really level. It's really cool. Don't get me wrong, it's nowhere near perfect yet, but we're certainly starting to achieve what I'm out to achieve. And so I think the rest of the pot is going to go in this side, and I'll put in an order for another pot today, which will hopefully get here within a day or so. There's plenty of other stuff we'll be doing while we're waiting for that. Might even put in an order and get a couple more, so we're not waiting the next lot. Wow, so that's pretty crazy what we're actually building up here. As you can probably see, not bad at all. We look down from this side now, this was the worst bit. There's a huge dip, I mean really deep, and then a really big lump. The dip was basically there, and the lump is over that way. This is all now starting to bridge into a nice level area. Same with the rest, that was all wavy and all up and down. It's now starting to look pretty good, unless without any sanding or blocking or shaping up or anything yet. We're starting to make this corner of the boat now as one with where that really bad high spot was. You can now see the transition line across there is really, really smooth, and I've leveled the boat up on this side to make it the same height basically. I'll have to do the same down the side of here and sort of stop around here somewhere, bring that level up slightly and get it all nice and smoothed in. We've still got the fun bit as yet, and blending in along the bottom there and up into the windows and stuff, but all part of the job. The hours are passing pretty quickly at the moment, but we are getting what we want done, so that's all good. I think I might leave that like that now to settle. I have still got a little bit in the bottom of the tin, so I'm going to put a little bit on this side now, I think. So, yet another mix. Don't think a lot of people believe you when you say you're putting like 20 mixes into a place. Trust me, that is all about mixes, sanding, and that's what your whole job's all about, really. Shaping up. Especially when you're doing a project that's this hard. No normal boat would be anywhere near this hard to do. But obviously with what we started with, that's a completely different situation, which is why I wanted to show it. And show everyone, if I can do one in this condition, then most people can do a normal one. Don't get me wrong, I know it's quite daunting, big old task. once you get started in it and get a bit of confidence going, you should be able to start picking up how to do things. Before you know it, you're getting to where you want to be with it. So on this side, we haven't got anywhere near the amount of big holes and dips like on the other side, but it's still very uneven. Let's try and get this window ledge all nice and smoothed in, shall we? Be nice if we can get these areas starting to blend. You see what I'm trying to do there, where I'm getting the radius. That's what we want all the way around, but it needs to be a nice round consistent one, not just any old radius. Bits like this they're quite hard to do, bits like that. What I do once I get to the point where I can see the shape I want is I'll get a round piece of wood with a bit of sandpaper on it, and then I'll shape that to that shape, if you know what I mean, and then just sand it. Whew, so that's a mix in this side. Just looking to where else we might need some in. There's still some low spots going, so I'll sort them out. I think you're probably getting bored of seeing me do this now, but I want to do a more realistic of the daily processes. I had a couple of people ask if I could show a lot more, so I'll show a bit in some of the videos like this, and you'll get an idea of what's happening on a daily basis. Yep, we got another one mixed. Going along the front here now, and going to build this area up here because it's a bit low, to be honest. I'm going to get it to turn the corner once we get it to shape. I'll put some strength in them areas as well. Edges are always the weaker spots. Getting a bit on the green at the moment, but that's all got to be sanded anyway, so can't worry about it too much. At the moment, that's just a case of me trying to get lots in and getting sort of 70% of the shape right before I start sanding. Again, on this side I've got to build the height just to get everything level. The trouble is, what the chap's done is put down a wavy board, and then he's put down a wavy mat on top of that when he was building the boat, and then you get left with stuff like this. When he was putting the resin in, it was obviously sagging in spots, and he didn't make sure it weren't, pretty much. So we had to deal with this sort of situation, which, to be honest, doesn't happen too much. Some people do repairs and you'll see a situation like that, which is not too bad if you're just doing a little repair or a damaged corner of a boat or something like that. It's pretty straightforward, but this is a whole boat. Well, I think we can get one more mix in the middle of that like there, and then we're probably time to leave it and let it all settle and see what we got in a few hours. Well, believe it or not, I've actually just put another 4 mixers in this side, but I thought I'd stop there and just do them off camera because you've obviously seen quite a bit now. I had a couple of people ask if I could show a bit more sort of real-time stuff of what I've been doing, how long things take and stuff like that, instead of just sort of skipping from clip to clip. So you can see what we're getting this side now then. Starting to get a sort of uniformish finish. We've still got a dip here. This is going to come up to there somewhere. See that line? This is all going to go right up to there. But we've definitely come a long way to the shapes we had when we first started doing the front end. So on camera it's probably very hard to see what they look like, but if you remember in the other parts you'll know how wavy and terrible it was. You could literally have a little pond and stuff over on that side, put some fish on it. And then there was other bits that were really high, like mountains. I was just literally all over the place. So we're slowly starting to level it all out, which is pretty cool. It's going to look really good when it's done. Water's going to come off it and just flow down the sides, and that's exactly what we want. So I'm going to leave that for a while now, let that really set off. This should have, this is a lot tougher than what it was now. Still not 100% dry there, but it's doing the job what I want it to do. Over here on the old mixing board, these are called onion boards by the way, if you want to buy any yourself. I've got 2 sheets of paper left. That's not good. But I have got another one in the cupboard ready to go. That's what's left in the fiberglass tub, as I said to you. Before you know it, it's going to be empty, especially if you've got to shape things up. So definitely need to order another one of them. We're still doing okay on the old hardeners and stuff. We've still got plenty of them, and other stuff seem to be not too bad. Got plenty of filler spreaders and stuff like that. Or use them until they get too bent. They go out of shape. If you keep using them on this sort of stuff, they bend right round. Or use them until they get to that sort of stage, and then I throw them away. Or use this to clean them off each time. Because if you don't, that will just dry hard on them. Then you'll have a lot of hassle trying to thingy them off. Or use the blue roll to pour some of that on, and then just wipe them down. I'll show you that at some point in a mix, and we'll do that. So that's sort of where we are at the moment. Believe it or not, time's already gone 11 now. We started at 8, as you know, or 7:45. So yeah, time just flies away, but it's the only way to do it. Right, little boaty, go off nice and dry for me. So, I've done a bit more. I ain't going to show you yet. Just having a cheese and mustard sandwich and a bit of the old Zucchini. Oh, was going to have a hot chocolate, but I thought now I'm going to just have this and carry on. I'll have a hot chocolate later. This will give me a bit of energy as well. So yeah, we're doing more. So let's keep going and see how far we can get today on this part. I'd like to get to a certain point. And I'm halfway there. We've got around 6 or so hours left. And then I've got a premiere out tonight, so I've got to be back for that. So I'll be home a bit earlier tonight instead of 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll actually be in by sort of 7:30 to 8:30, something like that, so that'll be good. That'll change, rest these arms up a little bit, and then I'll be able to blast black one again tomorrow and really push it again. So now and again you've got to have a little rest in you and give everything a chance to sort of loosen up again and get going again. But I think we're doing okay. Let me know in the comments below if you think we're doing okay, and if we're doing well or not, how far we've got so far. Right, then I'll eat these up, drink this up, and get back on the boat. Yeah, boy, I've been busy. I've been sanding all this front, I've re-skimmed it. I've sanded this corner, I've re-skimmed it. We shaped it all in. Remember that when it was all bare? Last time you saw it. Come all the way along here. Met up with where we were on this side. I ain't only just done that. I'm on my second skim on this side now. Put one skim in, sanded it all down. Just put another one in. When they're blending this corner. This corner's looking pretty good already. So we've come, yeah, quite a long way. It's been a few hours, obviously, but I've jumped a long way ahead now. And I still think I can get a little bit further today. Obviously got to give this a bit of time to go off now, and then I'll be sanding some of it. The top is, well, let's just say I could get up on there and jump up and down, and that'd be absolutely fine. I've got it all jacked up at the moment in the air, so I can work on these sides. That's why I say high up. But yeah, that's like a concrete path up there now. That's absolutely lovely. You can stand there, no problem. It's exactly what we wanted. So hope you're impressed that I've been working away like mad. I'm absolutely cooking because it's a really hot day today. Well, it is in the unit anyway. There's a little bit of wind outside, but it's cooking in here. So that's where we are. Not bad, eh, for a few hours. I'll say a few hours. That's coming up for 6:15. So you can see the time that's gone in. Let's see if this nav light will come off, shall we? Not with that screwdriver, way too big. Get a small one. Let's do this one. Alright, 10. No, even that one ain't gonna do it. And that's tiny of it. There's it still in. Right, we'll go absolutely teeny, let's just do it. Not a good idea, you think I'd be on the stronger screws, brother? screwed on or anything? No, it looks okay. Got a little circuit board with LEDs on it. And then these three bolts for the boat. There's loads of little bugs in this boat. Some of you are very hot. Should be all sort of on. Yep. It's loose. We've got wire that's obviously connected in from behind. We've got to deal with that as well. But that's loosened it off. It's all cable tied up, so I need to get in there and sort that before I can pull it out. So I went inside the boat and disconnected the cable that were holding everything up and everything, and they're actually on bullet connectors, which is good. Because that means I can just undo them and hopefully this will just pull through now. No, it's not going to pull through because the hole where the wiring is not big enough. So that nearly worked, but not quite. So I've literally got no choice whether to just cut the cable. I've got to cut it to pull it through, which is a shame. Didn't really want to do that, but we can soon put some new connectors on it. I can keep this all with the other bits now. Keep it all in one bag. I'll deal with the other side once we get around the other side. It's just wanted to make that post clear there. So what I was doing earlier on when you saw me grinding was I was getting ready to skim in some fiberglass into these holes. There's a big hole there. I think there's a screw at the other end of it. So we'll cover that one up. These two here, these are all for like cleats and stuff, but I'm going to reposition them where I fancy putting them once the boat's ready. And then this big bit of weakness up here, that was very weak, it was. So just basically cut out what I needed to, and we'll get that filled up nice and solid again, because that ain't no good, is it? So that's what I was doing there. So I've mixed up another mix of the old fiberglass. I'm gonna press some into these holes. And once you know it's right in, then you can do a skim right over the top. You need to make sure you do fill the holes first and fill them right up. Otherwise you can end up with the filler moving around and being loose, which you don't want. Same with this one. Push it in there, squidge it all in right, so it'll go right in the other side and move around. Then come back over the top with a very gentle pass and cover the whole area. Don't need to go that high. That was a bit high. And that'll sort that out. Then we've got this one up the top here. That's going to be a fun one to do. I've got to push some of this inside. Literally all inside. Not interested in actually making a bridge on the hole at the moment, just want to fill it all inside so we haven't got a gap. And then I'll get back at that, I'll sand all around that area and then go over that. Right, so we've got some left over, which is good because you know where that's going. Right on the low spots. quite a bit actually, so that's quite good. I just realised you can't see me, sorry about that. Getting carried away, I wanted to get it in before it went off. Oh, you might have been able to see me actually looking at it. So I was just sort of checking how these were drying off and that, and just seeing if they were going green and stuff, and I've just noticed we got a big hole here, big dip. I don't know if you can see it. But basically from here to here, so this whole bit here, there's a big dip in the middle there. So we're going to have to build up from there to there and sort that out as well. So we better go and see what we've got left in the pot and see if we've got enough to put some in there. So, yet another mix mixed up. You know where this one's going. Oh, I didn't want to drip on the side there. So got rid of that. The hole is pretty much there. So let's try and build the hole up first. These are all where I put the wood in around the sides and stuff, and where the bits spin a little bit higher than others, and the mat's dropped in places and things like that. Things make quite a big difference when you're doing stuff like this on a boat. I think we're at the right sort of height there. Try and blend it. It's obviously going to take another go, but you have to get the first one in to get started. Yeah, not bad. Took some depth out of it. Alright for the start. A couple of tiny holes on the side of the upright there. I'm going to see if I can get them. See them there? We can get them with a bit of fiberglass while we're doing it. Sometimes they can stay there as little air traps if not, which you don't want. You don't want no trap air in anything really. That can cause a pain. There's a couple more on the side as well actually. We can deal with a couple of these. That ain't no good. We've got hardener on the back of my thingy there, which is no good. We don't want unmixed going on there. Right, not too bad. Is that dry? Yeah, not quite. Enough to get it off. Always tidy up around the edges if you can. That'll save you a bit of sand. So I said earlier I'd show you when you've got a spreader that's absolutely covered, some of the degreaser on it. It literally makes it go white and then just lifts off. If this was sanded down, that'd be a different story because that'd work its way in and go hard, but because this is nice and smooth, basically just soak it in slightly like that. Little rub like so. And you've got a brand new, ready to go spreader again. just thought I'd pop you in for sort of the last 5 minutes or so of what we're up to there. So what I'll do now is I'll spin you around and I'll show you what I've been doing for the last quite a few hours. So as you clearly saw, I've been doing the front end there, but I've also been working all down this side, and I've worked on my way all the way up there, along the top, all the way down that post. Got all the sealer out from around the window. It's totally as smooth as you're going to get it, basically. So it's ready to be skimmed. I've sorted out the bits that we repaired earlier on. They're now on their second skims and starting to blend in. So I've been quite busy. I've even had a little go on the roof up the top there just to see how it's going to be. I've started going up this post, as you can see. Rounded off all the corner. I've been all over the front for quite a long time. That's really hard to sand, that is. That's so tough. Obviously you saw me doing the front panel here. Before that I was working my way along here, and I've come along there, and I'm up to there now. So we are moving. I've even done a bit on the side as well. It's just really hard work, but this sealer stuff around these windows and that, it's literally, I mean, that window on its own, it's probably going to take a good 2 hours to get all that off. It's just a pain. The side ones seem to be tougher than the front ones, and certain sealer bits seem to be tougher than others, but it's still a pain, full stop. But it's got to be done, hence why I've done a load of it off camera, and we got to that stage. So pretty good. I think that's a good stage to leave it, and I'm just pretty knackered now anyway. You can see on the camera how bad my arms are shaking, but that's the best I can hold it, I'm afraid. Whew, so come outside to get some fresh air. Gosh, look at it all over me. Need a good wash up. Whew, right guys, I'm gonna leave this one here. My arms just physically won't do anymore. Can hardly stand up. I'm wobbly as anything. So I'm gonna get a drink, get home, go and get all washed up. I've got plenty of out in a little while anyway, so I'll probably see some of you there. So thanks very much for watching. Appreciate you coming in. Hope you're enjoying everything I'm doing in the series. If there's anything you want to see in the ongoing episodes, let me know and I'll add them to the videos and stuff like that. As you've been seeing, I've been having questions off people in the background and I answer them in the videos, so everyone gets to see them. So brilliant. So thanks very much, and I'll see you all in part 7.